December 2016, and we end the year at Fort Walton Beach, Florida. Our RV park is in Eglin Air Force Base, again just steps from the beach. We think we might have found our favorite bar in the area. It's a nice little shack and it sits on Navarre Beach. We can sit on the patio, watch people playing volleyball, sip our beer and wine, and just enjoy the view. Not very far down the road from Fort Walton Beach is Destin. Destin has a great little boardwalk with lots of shops and restaurants and bars. And once a week they entertain the crowd with a salute to the military that includes fireworks. Destin even has an aquarium, and for such a small town, it actually has a really nice aquarium and well worth going to. And although it's primarily an aquarium, they do manage to throw in a few birds for entertainment value. Now here's a shocker. Florida has caverns that you can actually go and explore. Now granted, these are small caverns, after all it is Florida, but they're still really interesting to go through. Now what I did expect to see was springs, lots of springs, and this part of Florida does not disappoint. Some of the most beautiful clear springs I've seen in the area. Of course, you may have to hike a way to actually see them. Now these are some really cold springs, but people do swim in them, or at least they do in the summer. In addition to springs, there's also lots of parks with lots of good hiking trails and plenty of things to see along the way. West of Fort Walton is Pensacola, Florida, and the location of historic Fort Pickens. You can walk the fort on your own or take a guided tour. Either way, there's lots to see. Considering the number of hurricanes that hit this fort, it's still in remarkable shape. Across the bay from Fort Pickens is Pensacola Naval Air Station and the home of the Blue Angels. The Navy base is also the home of the Naval Air Museum. This is a really great museum, and it's well worth the time to really explore it. And if you bring your own lawn chair, you can sit behind the museum and watch the Blue Angels practice. A free air show every day. Not to be outdone, back up at Fort Walton, the Air Force has its own Air Force Armament Museum. Now this is a nice museum too. Now let me tell you this, I'm an Air Force guy, and if you only have time to see one museum, go see the one down at the Navy base. All in all, it's a bigger, better, and more interesting museum. So Fort Walton Beach is our home base, and at least for the near future, we intend to return back here every year just to take care of business. And so our first year of travel ends at Fort Walton Beach. We've only explored parts of Florida, but it was a short year, only 3 months. We'll do more next year. See you next year!